Facebook Marketplace is among the most popular places in the U.S. to shop online for used vehicles, with more than 20 million people clicking on vehicle listings every month.
This is Automotive Industry News.
Welcome to this week's edition of Automotive Industry News. I'm Amy Cook. Our top stories: auto rental giant Hertz declares bankruptcy. So how will that affect the used car market? And a new survey by NIADA shows independent auto dealers are getting back to business. But first, if you're a buy here, pay here dealer and you're wondering how you're doing compared to the industry's top performers, you'll want to check out this month's issue of BHPH Dealer magazine. The June edition features the annual BHPH benchmarks compiled by NABD founder Ken Shilson to help dealers assess their performance and identify areas for improvement. The section provides a comprehensive view of the financial and operating performance of the BHPH industry for the past year, as well as important trend information. This year's benchmarks include contributions from NABD, Subprime Analytics, NIADA Dealer 20 Groups, SGC Accounting, TaxMax, Pastime GPS, and more, providing market perspectives, financial and operating data, performance portfolio metrics, and buy here, pay here industry trends. You'll find all that and more in the June issue of BHPH Dealer. View it at bhphdealermag.com. We'll be right back.
This is David Brotherton from NIADA with a reminder about our accounting and composite training class in Sarasota, Florida. Now, this is some of the best training in the buyer payer industry. Don't delay, you don't want to miss out. I look forward to seeing you there.
Hertz, one of the largest and best-known companies in the rental car business, filed for bankruptcy late last month, becoming the most high-profile corporate victim of the COVID-19 pandemic and its effect on the travel industry. The company, which started with 12 Ford Model Ts in 1918 and has survived depressions and more over the years, says it plans to stay in business, but doing that will mean massive cuts. Already, Hertz, which also owns the Dollar and Thrifty rent-a-car brands, has shed some 16,000 workers. The company also announced it will not buy any more cars this year, and it's selling tens of thousands of the vehicles already in its rental fleet. So what will the addition of so many vehicles mean for the used car market? Cox Automotive's Michelle Krebs discussed the possibilities in an interview with ABC News.
The parking lots at Dodger Stadium in LA are full of cars, but these aren't baseball fans. They're rental cars with no renters.
And we have never seen this kind of confluence of factors in the auto industry.
Michelle Krebs is executive analyst for Cox Automotive, which owns Kelley Blue Book, Auto Trader, and Manheim, the nation's largest auto auction. The company says wholesale car prices, the price dealers pay for used cars, collapsed in April, down 11.4% from a year ago, thanks to the pandemic halting the car market. Prices rebounded in the first half of May and are only down 4.8% compared to a year ago. But now the Hertz bankruptcy could reapply the downward pressure.
We have seen used vehicle prices depressed.
In an open letter to dealers written before the Hertz bankruptcy, a Cox VP said, quote, "There will be huge, if not unprecedented levels of wholesale supply in the market later this year. And that has dealers under pressure to sell used cars quickly and keep the cash." Now Hertz will start to sell many more cars as it looks to cut costs and trim its empty fleet, which could lower used car prices further.
I think there will be a lot of good deals for consumers going forward in the used car market.
So which brands might you find the best deals? Fiat Chrysler sells the most cars to rental car companies, followed by Nissan, GM, and Ford.
And the other thing that's a wild card is, in terms of the used car market, we have seen a lot of people extend their leases, and so those will be coming back on the market in the summer as well.
Automotive Industry News will return after this.
This is David Brotherton from NIADA with a reminder about our boot camps in Dallas, Texas on September 1st through the 3rd. Now, this is some of the best training in the buy here, pay here industry. Don't delay. You don't want to miss out. I look forward to seeing you there.
Dealership employees are coming back to work and vehicles are beginning to sell as independent auto dealers ramp up to get back to business. That's the finding of a new survey conducted by NIADA, which polled nearly 1,000 used vehicle dealers from May 9th to 14th as a follow-up to an earlier survey. The survey showed 63% of the dealerships that had furloughed or laid off employees a month earlier had begun the process of bringing those workers back. It also found dealerships opening up again, with 44% doing business as usual, up from 27% in April. 34% were open by appointment only and 10% were selling online only. Just 11% remained closed temporarily, down from 27% a month earlier, and only 1% reported they have closed permanently. But there are still challenges. 53% of the dealers said their sales were down 50% or more for the previous 2 weeks, while 12% said sales were back to normal levels, and 6% said sales were actually better than before the pandemic. To view the complete results of the NIADA COVID-19 Dealer Impact Survey, visit the association's resource page at covid19.niada.com. Thanks for watching this edition of Automotive Industry News. I'm Amy Cook.